I'm John Dolan, but many people call me Dr.Leisure. I like to make short videos on a variety of topics: travel, fashion, food, culture. I like to make these videos, and I hope you like watching them. But if you don't, well, that's fine too. Walden Pond in Concord, Massachusetts is a good example of a kettle hole formed by retreating glaciers 10 or 12,000 years ago. It's protected as part of Walden Pond State Reservation, a 335-acre Massachusetts state park and recreation site, which was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1962 for its association with Henry David Thoreau. He famously lived 2 years in a cabin on its shore, providing the foundation for his 1854 Walden, or Life in the Woods. Our friends Tom and Nora Bicki and my partner Jocelyn and I visited, one of a wonderful series of visits we have made over the years to historic sites, and enjoyed our ramble round the pond. The Walden Pond Reservation is located south of Massachusetts Route 2 and mostly west of Massachusetts Route 126 in Concord and Lincoln, Massachusetts. The Fitchburg Line of the MBTA Commuter Rail passes west of the pond. However, the nearest station is in Concord Center, about a mile and a half northwest of the reservation. The place has a carefully developed visitors center with a large-scale 3D map of the setting, knowledgeable docents, and good signage. Obviously, the prime interest is Walden Pond, a body of water of about 65 acres. A short way north of the water feature is the site of Thoreau's cabin, or reproduction of it, which is marked by a series of granite posts. Portions of the pond's shore are beach, while other parts descend steeply to the water from trails that ring the pond. I've been a fan of Thoreau since I read his books in high school. Then I've reread Walden from time to time as I got older. So I got a kick out of finally seeing the pond with my crew of bon vivants. Henry David Thoreau lived on the northern shore of this pond for 2 years from the summer in 1845. Apparently, he was inspired by former enslaved woman Zilpah White, who lived in a one-room house on the common land that bordered Walden Pond and made a living spinning flax into linen fibers. Thoreau's account of his experience at the pond led to Walden, or Life in the Woods, the publication of which in turn made the pond famous. The land at that time was owned by Thoreau's friend and mentor, Ralph Waldo Emerson, also a transcendentalist and philosopher, who let Thoreau use it for his experiment. Thoreau's writing is credited with encouraging a respect for nature.